Charlie embarks on her own journey. She literally splits from everybody. Just a lot of obviously bad things happen, and she just needs to do success. She takes off, and it's pretty fun and completely on her own. She has to rely on everything that Miles has taught her, and as far as fighting and just through her experiences, rely on her wits to get through certain situations, and it's been pretty cool. I love the fact that she's so, she's stubborn, sometimes to a fault, but she does what she believes to be right, and I think that's a really cool thing to have in a personality. People can get swayed by other people and be influenced by things, and Charlie just won't. She goes based on what she knows, and whether what she knows will lead her into something that gets her into trouble or not, she'll always stick to that. And I agree. And it's fun. No, she gets to. We'll see. You guys will kind of see it for her, but she's still kind of emotionally damaged by what's happened. That bonding with somebody and letting somebody in again is not something that's going to be in her agenda in the next little while. So she definitely does interact with men. but as far as a relationship and all that stuff goes, she's just. This part of this year from so far from what I've read, she's battling as she was at the end of season 1. She's battling with her moral compass and what's really right, what's wrong, and the choices that she's made by sticking to her guns and doing the right thing. Have gotten people killed or have whatever, and so there's a lot of kind of sorting through that, unfortunately. And if you really think about it, Rachel left when Charlie was still pretty young, and a lot of things happened between that. So she doesn't really, and then she finds out that all her parents are up to all these other things. She doesn't really. I think there's a big part of her that feels like she doesn't really know these people anymore. And the one person that she does know and trusts and loves and relies on is Miles, and he's the one person for her that she's still got left that she do anything for. But outside of that, there's really not a whole lot that anybody can do to her anymore. She's kind of lost everything, and for me it's been really cool to get to do that, to get to take her from this place of vulnerability and being naive and making some bad choices at points, and I think those are really important to have in there to watch the growth happen to the end of the year, and then now going into season 2 with all the knowledge and all the things that happened to develop it further. So it's been really fun. But yeah, her and Rachel, I don't know, I just can't see that ending. Absolutely, and I think in the Love Boat episode in season 1, at the end of the episode, and that's kind of what the whole episode was about, is he was going back into his dark place and she brought him back, and at the end he thanks her because he realizes he doesn't want to be that guy anymore. That's why he got out of everything. He didn't want to go to that really dark place, and he just had nobody to help him through that, to love him enough to get him out of that darkness. And Charlie does. She adores him, and he adores her. And it's really great to watch that love happen in that relationship grow to the way it has. There's a really sweet scene that I hope stays in, but there's a scene where they say goodbye when Charlie leaves. And it was really fun to shoot using those better chambers. Yeah, it was. I hope so. I think, there's always some fighting in our show, and I love that stuff. Stunt days are my favorite days. I always talk about it, so I'm sure I got to do some stuff yesterday. Yesterday, the day before, some stunty stuff, which was fun. Because you know, I've got stuff going on inside. I have feelings somewhere. Just kidding. No, I find a lot of empathy with Charlie. And it's like, I mean, you know, when you're reading a book or you're watching a movie, but when you're reading a book and you get so invested into the characters you're reading and something happens to them and you find that you're crying or you're really emotionally distraught. I feel like that when I'm, and you should, you should have empathy for the person that you're performing, you're creating. And so getting to reading the things that are happening to her, like, I just try to think about how awful it would be to do. I mean, I've been through my own, things in my little life. So there's definitely things I have to draw from. But there's also just really, really imagine losing your father, and then somebody who's like a mother to you, and then your only thing that you had loved most in the world dies right in front of you. And then somebody who's like a sister to you, that, you know what I mean? Like, if you really picture it, I mean, by the end, and that's kind of what happens to her by the end, she's just like, what now? You know, what else? So it's, for me, it's as an actor, getting to play somebody so rich and with so many different levels and layers and so many crazy things happening to her all the time is a blessing, and I'm thrilled to watch how much further things go and what else we get to do with it.